for the Syracuse Orange. They have had quite a bit of change in their starting five as they turn it over. This is the 9th different starting lineup for the Orange this season. Rivers, James, who wants it? It'll eventually go back out to Hayes to knock down the three. And uncharacteristic in terms of what we've seen from this team and its effort. That's a little more like it, and that is the player you said sets the tone for this Syracuse team, really on both ends of the floor. Putback is good from the sophomore Sophie Burrows. Time for her to go to the bench.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if she can just get her wind back as a knocking down an open three.
Start.
They certainly are knocking down three-point shots.
For one of the top three-point shooters on this Syracuse team, Brooks. Now James. That's her first points of the game.
I think NC State can be an incredibly dangerous team in transition. I'd like to see them push pace a little more off of makes and misses.
Now you and Westmore would like to see that as Burrows knocks down Dominique Camp. A grad transfer in her 5th school after having to miss all of last season for ACL in the preseason. And Syracuse wants a little more of that too. Kyra Wood.
But a great job by Wood.
Rebound, run, and have fun were Westmore's message at the end of practice as Tilda Trieger. I was going to say, it seems like things stalled a little bit.
Scott a little bit late on the diagonal screen. Camp had to hold the ball too long.
Good finish there, though, from Sanaya Wilson. Orange out, rebound to the pack. 8-3 so far in this one. That is James getting down the floor. How about the block from Burrows? I'm not quite sure if that was her calling the number or that came from the bench. But hey, you come back in, you bank it in. 3 makes out of their 10 field goal attempts so far in this first quarter. They look inside on this attempt. Another block, but Wolfpack able to get it back. Mallory Collier, though. Aziaha James with the ball now. Back on the floor, missed about a month. As Rivers crosses over and Collier gets the wide open putback. Get into the lane a bit more. Westmore saying he wanted to get her on the floor for that very reason as Woolley pulls up for 2 more. 10 on the shot clock now. Shot from the short corner is good as Matty Cox had just checked into the game. Get to where he's playing his starters an awful lot. They all average close to 30 minutes just about. But this time he's gone to his bench trying to find the right mix, and Kira Scott off the bench.
But it's going to take Jones a little bit of time to work her way back into rhythm. When you sit out for that long, especially when your shooting hand is affected.
This should be an easy 2 and is for Rivers.
And for NC State, that's a way to get some easy buckets. You know, they can be, I feel like they can be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end of the floor. Pressure the basketball, another good shot by Burrows. Now it's about getting your wind back, getting game rhythm, timing.
Wood got her hands just enough to the ball to keep it alive, and Burrows puts it off the glass.
That's a great job.
Orange shooting over 50% from the floor. Trieger tried a little shot fake, eventually does get the basket. She has 4.
It certainly is. Sense of urgency, aggressive mentality.
Verjao using the left for 2. Well, that was interesting because I agree with you that you haven't felt that thus far in their performance. Syracuse, on the other hand, there goes Jones attacking, lost the handle just a bit in the end, but recovers. And credit Syracuse for getting back. No points in transition to be had, and then they stopped James, who was trying to get to the paint. Wood wide open, but got a little deep and goes back to Scott. Not exactly the way they probably would have drawn it up.
Great job of getting back in transition. You mentioned it. That was one of Coach Jack's points of emphasis, and they're getting out in transition and getting some easy ones.
Trigger. Coach Jack in practice said, maybe she's taking the kid gloves off a little bit. Said she had to be comforting, giving some hugs. Well, that all went away yesterday. Hayes. It's a quick 2 for the Wolfpack. Tell you what, these guards for NC State work hard on the glass. Brooks getting in there, going all the way down the floor for 2. Well, the Orange have gone over 2 minutes without a basket, and James says not this time either.
What we saw Syracuse working on in shoot-around today, that weak side dive, and Aziaha James gets inside and says, you know, we're hot early. They haven't knocked a couple of them down. I think NC State could be better in terms of their ball pressure.
Woolley got the open three.
Look, Syracuse just playing with great confidence on the offensive end. They're moving the ball, they're executing, setting screens, their timing is really good, and that's a tough shot by Aziaha James.
Brooks got herself free into the paint. She's got 5 in the game.
NC State doing a good job of icing or downing those ball screens, not allowing Syracuse to come off.
A high-low game works to perfection that time. There's out of Wood. Wood had 2 defenders on her, makes the basket, and gets fouled.
Match in transition, continued to work it. You see everybody pointing the finger, the mismatch, see it happening.
Woolley and Syracuse wanting to take that lead into the locker room at halftime. Cross-court pass finding Verjao. Under a minute to play in the first half, and officials, all that lies ahead for them, they want to keep within their sights in terms of potentially hosting NCAA tournament. Good turnaround and finish there from Verjao. They need to make sure that box is checked.
Well, and if you're NC State, this is about a mentality.
Verjao rattles home the 3. We asked him what he needed to see from his team over this last month of the regular season as James hits the 2. And Syracuse has been good on the glass. +2 advantage in rebounding in the first half. Wood, boy, she had to work to make something out of that.
They've been good on the glass. Is a big plus for the Orange.
Now she's in double digits, coming off just 2 points in the last game.
But you see how every possession for NC State got a good look. You would think come off of a tight game at home against a Virginia team that, again, no disrespect, that they should have beaten, would have woken them up, for lack of a better term.
Burrows from the corner. Showing off the front of the rim. Brooks on the run. Would love some points in transition and gets them. Wood gets it back now. Gets around Rivers for 2 more.
I love how Dominique Camp has an eye on Kyra Wood at all times. And you've got players in and out of the lineup and trying to get a rhythm and timing and rotations. All of that is tough as Maddie Potts knocks down a 3.
Well, she's having to defend Verjao right now. Doing a pretty good job there. Got some help defensively as Hayes got her hands to the basketball in the end. Hayes for 3, yes! And the defensive work again of the freshman Owu, helping NC State all the way the other way. Jones off the bench. Came in with a ton of pace, and Owu follows up the shot. Brooks. To still keep her dribble. Rivers. Great look inside to Hayes.
Great cut by Madison Hayes.
Knocked down a triple a few moments ago for Syracuse. 8 on the shot clock now for Burrows, who had been quiet. Big first half for Sophie Burrows with 9 points.
It's our drawing a secondary defender, but look at that, Sophie Burrows.
Now they have a chance to get some points in transition. Get there immediately, but Burrows does eventually put it away.
Good pickup by Sophie Burrows.
Jones. Hayes open in the corner. Yeah, she's got another one.
Great extra pass by Zoe Brooks. Passed up a good shot for a great one.
And then Brooks doing it on the defensive end. Gives herself an easy open 2. Rivers swings it to the corner, rattled home by Jones. That was a big shot for NC State.
Big play. The fadeaway, big shot by Maddie Hayes, who had a huge third quarter.
Really could help send them on their way in terms of momentum going forward. Jones staying on the floor. Boy, she moves at a fast pace, and she finds Hayes. It's a 1-6 mark in conference play. They did win their last ACC home game, though, looking to make it 2 in a row here on their home floor as Wood delivers. Hanging on to the lead, not getting tight, still playing your game. She's so big as a part of that. Maya Wilson's back behind the play. There's a one-player advantage for NC State. Wilson's got her hand to her mouth, couldn't even come down the floor.
Saw an opportunity in transition, talking to her team about moving, getting down the floor. Wanted Georgia Woolley to fill behind.
Burrows.
Incredibly difficult. I don't envy the officials in those situations.
Brooks. NC State finally finds its way. Entire game really to consistently hit from downtown. 0 for 4 from 3 in this quarter. Wilson is back out there for Syracuse. We went back and looked, and she had to come off earlier for just a minute. Announces her return in impressive fashion. Awu. Good take on the other end by the freshman. 8 on the shot clock for Woolley. Tried to go into the double team. Wood standing there alone at the moment, right at the top of the key. It goes quickly to Wilson, and then jump ball. NC State, which has not once looked like they've panicked in this game. They trailed by double digits at the half. James coming through.
But it's about finding momentum, finding some confidence. And if you're NC State,
for NC State in that stretch. But the Wolfpack are going to find a way to come away with the victory, improve to 7-1 in the ACC.